Hey friend, Roger Christopherson here again with another first listener review, and doing a little bit of quick babbling today. If you like this type of thing, if you like the stuff that we do here, we just talk, chit-chat back and forth, give our opinions on bands we love and stuff like that, feel free to like, share, and subscribe to keep this music alive, because this is one of those bands that's been around forever. One of my, I don't want to say favorites, but one of these bands I've grown up listening to my entire life. It was one of the first concerts I ever went to. I'm talking about Foreigner. They have this archival release here called All Engines On, live in London. It was recorded iTunes Festival. I know I had it written down here, now I don't even know what to do with it. It's an iTunes Festival back in 2010 in London, and this is shortly after, I believe, a new album they had there with Kelly Hansen singing on it, and I can't even think of it. Can't Slow Down, is that the name of it? Yeah, I lost all my notes. I have no idea what I did with them. Never prepare for these things. The one time I do, I don't even know what I did with my stuff. Anyway, just doing a quick little rundown of this because I wasn't expecting much. There's a lot of Foreigner stuff coming out lately. It's usually greatest hits or live stuff, because they really haven't been recording anything new since that album. A song here or there. It's funny because I actually play in a Foreigner tribute band every now and then, and I play all these songs on here, and when it's listening to them, I'm always listening to the parts and listening to the stuff, see if there's anything I'm doing wrong or missing. I can't help it. It's just like embedded in my head. But it was funny because the way I'm listening to it, I learned all this stuff, the original recordings and whatever. And this band that they have here, amazing band, a bunch of talented guys. If I remember correctly, because there's no liner notes in this thing at all. It's like terrible, as far as that goes. Just a little cardboard thing with a CD stuck in it. So if you expect anything special, it ain't there. But obviously Kelly Hansen, Mick Jones. I think they had Jason Bonham on drums, Jeff Pilson on bass. Obviously, he's been with them since that time frame, and I can't remember the guitar player's name, but it's the other guy and the saxophonist on here. Sorry, I can't remember. Case of the olds, I say that all the time, but it's true. I always forget. Don't recall them quite as quick as I used to. I used to be able to rattle the stuff off the top of my head, but the older I get, the less I'm able to do that for some reason. But anyway, it was cool listening to it because, like I said, the band is tight. They're amazing players. I actually saw them shortly after this. I can't remember what year it was. I saw them with this lineup, and I thought it was great. Took a couple of my kids to see them, and really enjoyed it. But also, it was one of my first concerts ever. It was Agent Provocateur tour with Lou Gramm, and I remember that very distinctly. I've actually seen Lou Gramm solo. A friend of mine actually just got me Tony Franklin's autograph from Lou Gramm's band that he's playing with him now. It was kind of cool. He had a backstage pass, he got it signed, and he gave it to me, so I thought that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go see him, but that was nice that somebody thought of me to do that. So anyway, as far as the song list goes, it's the standard. You got Double Vision and Cold as Ice. They had the new single at the time, When It Comes to Love, thrown in there, which, as I was listening to it, I was actually picturing Lou singing it, even though he never sang that song. I was just picturing in my head Lou singing it, and I'm like, man, this would have sounded awesome with Lou singing it. Not that Kelly Hansen doesn't, but I couldn't help just thinking how well that sounded. Got Dirty White Boy, that was yesterday. It was a cool little different arrangement on that. I'm glad they threw in Star Raider, because that's just a song that I think gets overlooked, and they've been doing that one all along, but that's a fun song. I don't know if it's ever a single or anything, but that was just a cool little thing to hear in there. Feels Like the First Time, Urgent, which had a cool little intro to that. It kind of broke things up a little bit, and of course the obligatory I Want to Know What Love Is, and of course they end with Hot Blooded. So they got a lot of songs to choose from. They picked 10. They could have picked 5 other ones that would have fit in there great, but they have a lot of hits, so you really can't go wrong with the song choice. But like I was saying, it was weird because they play these songs great, but it doesn't sound like Foreigner. It sounds like a bunch of guys playing Foreigner songs. They play different parts here and there. They change things up a little bit because they're different people, obviously, and they play in it their way, which is fine. I don't know, for me, even especially with now, when there's not anybody in the band that's original. I know going down. I'm opening up a floodgates here for all kinds of comments. Some people don't care. They just want to go hear the songs. To me, that's just going to watch a tribute band. You know, that's what we do. We try to do it as well as we can. We actually book ourselves as recreating the songs of Foreigner instead of, you know, just replicating. These guys don't replicate, they're recreating. Doing it very well. I'm not going to bash on them for any, you know, if they're tired to do a job by Mick, he wanted to go back out there and do it again. I can't fault them for that. If somebody asked me to do it, I would have done the same thing. Just not that Mick's not involved. Kind of strange for me. I know there's other bands out there to do it. I find it kind of strange. I don't really get into it myself. I wouldn't go watch them unless it was somebody else that was famous in the band. Like I enjoy watching Jason Bonham, Kelly Hansen I knew from Hurricane already, and Jeff Pilson. I was a huge Dokken fan growing up, so it was always fun to go. It was fun for me to see those guys. So, you know, if there's other bands out there that have other people that I know from other projects, I might go see them for that, but it's still not the same band. So anyway, I'm not going to beat that one any longer. You may completely disagree with me, which is fine. I always say that. Feel free to comment what you think of it. I mean, this isn't arguing, it's just our opinions, and no right, no wrong. And, you know, I hope they do something. I would love to hear some new Foreigner, like actual Foreigner stuff. They did the Foreigner 4 with some deluxe box with some extra songs thrown in, which I thought was pretty cool. Nothing mind-blowing on it, but it was nice to hear them. They did that one song off the greatest hits they did last year, which is an old song that they redid. I wouldn't mind hearing a few things. You know, Lou's still out there singing. Doesn't sound quite the same, but he can still sing. Not sitting all the super high notes, but it still sounds like Lou. And Mick's able to play guitar and write. You know, I would just love to hear like one last little thing since Kelly's out of the picture now. You know, he just a few days ago, a week ago, not even, was his last show with them, so he's gone. I would just love to hear them just do one last thing together, something. I don't know, just a wish, I guess. So until then, if ever, we'll see ya.